How many first aiders does your workplace legally need? Here's the answer most people don't expect. The law doesn't give you a number. There's no rule that says one first aider per 25 staff, but there is a legal duty and there is official guidance with numbers in it. And if you get it wrong, that's on you as the employer. 4 minutes, let's go through it. No legal ratio exists. Here's what does. The legal duty comes from the Health and Safety First Aid Regulations 1981. They apply to every employer in Great Britain. Offices, shops, building sites, one employee or 1,000. The regulations say you must provide adequate and appropriate first aid equipment, facilities and people. That's it, adequate and appropriate. What counts as adequate depends on your workplace. And you work that out by doing a first aid needs assessment. That part isn't optional. Health and Safety First Aid Regulations 1981, adequate and appropriate. A first aid needs assessment sounds bureaucratic, but it's mostly common sense. You look at 4 things. 1, what you do. An accountancy office and a joinery workshop are not the same risk. 2, how many people work there and when. Shift patterns matter. A first aider who goes home at 5 is no use to the night shift. 3, where you are. If an ambulance takes 40 minutes to reach you, you need more capability on site, not less. 4, who's on site? Young workers, lone workers, members of the public, anyone with known medical conditions. Write it down. If the HSE ever asks how you decided your first aid cover, that document is your answer. Now the numbers. These come from HSE guidance, suggestions, not statute, but they're what an inspector will benchmark you against. Low hazard workplaces, offices, shops, libraries, under 25 people, an appointed person to take charge of first aid arrangements. That person doesn't need training, but a 1-day course is sensible. 25 to 50 people, at least one first aider trained in emergency first aid at work. That's the 1-day course, the EFAW. Over 50, at least one first aider trained in first aid at work, the 3-day course, for every 100 employees. Higher hazard workplaces, construction, manufacturing, warehousing, anywhere with chemicals or machinery. The threshold drops. Even small sites should have a trained first aider. And above 50 people, you're looking at one fully trained first aid at work, first aider per 50 employees. And remember shift cover and holidays. One first aider who's sometimes in the building isn't cover. One more thing. First aid certificates last 3 years. After that, the qualification lapses. And requalification is a shorter course if you catch it in time. HSE also recommends annual refresher training in between. Most businesses that fail on first aid don't fail the assessment, they fail the calendar. So do the needs assessment, pick the course level that matches, 1-day emergency first aid or the full 3-day course, and keep the renewal dates somewhere you'll actually see them. If you need the training, you can compare course dates, locations and prices from providers across the UK at envycourse.com. Links are in the description.